Ladies in the DR. I'm your host, Bridget. Joining me today is another Ebony Lady in the DR, Miss Candy Cash.
Hello, everyone. Hola.
Now, y'all, Candy, you remember when I first met you? What did I say? I said, Candy Cash, that's a name for Hollywood.
Everyone, I've been getting that ever since I was a little girl. I used to actually hate my name, but now I've grown to love it.
Girl, I love that name. You need to patent that name.
I am.
Okay?
Thank you.
All right, so listen, y'all. So I put my tape measure out so that we can show social distancing. Neither one of us have any of the symptoms for coronavirus. Everywhere we go, they take our temperature, and I had mine taken at the pool on the way up here. So I'm not COVID-19 positive. So we are going to do this interview without the mask, but we got our measuring tape to show you all that we are social distancing, okay? Okay, so now before we get started, Candy, you got to tell everybody where you're from, and then we want to know what made you choose the Dominican Republic. That's the question from everybody.
Well, originally I'm from Henderson, North Carolina, a little small town about 30 miles north of the Raleigh-Durham area. And then throughout my journey, I actually was working before in another island, the beautiful island of Jamaica, working in timeshare, and then I won a free vacation to the Dominican Republic, to Punta Cana. And then the next year I decided to take the leap and actually move here full time. So that was in 2014 originally. Okay.
And so how long have you actually been here full time then?
This time I've been here exactly 1 year.
1 year. So we got you beat, girl, just by a few months.
Well, I'm ahead 6 years.
So now you still feel you made the right move? Dominican Republic, even with everything going on?
At first, to be honest with you all, I questioned it. Last year I moved right in the middle of the past couple of years of my life. I was in Florida working in real estate and also timeshare, and I have been trying to make this transition back to the Dominican Republic because I saw the real estate opportunities. So I picked this location to be my first location of my island real estate group. But I moved right literally in the midst of all of the bad publicity that happened last year with the hotels and things. So it was a rocky, bumpy move, and I questioned it every day. My parents thought, what did you do? You should have just stayed in Florida. And I saw it through, and then this happened, so we're still here.
Right, that's it. And now my second question, tell everybody about your life here as a single black woman. Are you experiencing issues? Are you experiencing loneliness? Or what is your life like here? I mean, you're a beautiful woman, so I know a whole bunch of Dominican men are happy that you're here. So tell me about your life here as a single black woman.
That's a whole nother experience. I actually have kind of not had any experience with a lot of the language barriers because I kind of went through that 6 years ago.
Oh, good.
And just remembering back my Spanish that I learned from school. My mother made me take Spanish in high school and also in college.
Good.
So through my journey, I just became fluent, or almost 100% fluent in Spanish.
Wow.
And then just this time around, I mean, the Dominican Republic is a beautiful place, but if you're a single person, a lot of people will tell you you're crazy if you want to get your husband. Hopefully he's still out there. But it's been challenging. You're dealing with not only the cultural difference, but also the lifestyle difference. We live in Bávaro, Punta Cana, which every day is a vacation. We live where you vacation literally.
Really?
You know, usually you all are over at the beach. I'm normally at the beach, at the pool. So it takes a lot of focus to be here and not fall into the trap. But because I'm a little older, I'm not going to disclose my age. I'm still in my 30s. But I'm not in the same phase as I was a couple years ago where I was doing the major partying and things of that. So now I'm focused on my business, and it's been challenging, but it's been a crazy ride with the dating scene.
All right. You know, we talk about dating in the Dominican Republic. That's another show all over again. Okay, so now we are during the pandemic, and I want you to tell everybody about your real estate group. This is your opportunity, because people are always asking me about real estate, real estate, real estate. So tell everybody about your real estate business, and then how it's been, or what has been your biggest challenge during the pandemic.
Okay. Well, I am licensed also in Florida, so I'm a licensed Florida realtor. I also moved here, and I have a business set up here. I'm a licensed realtor in Dominican Republic. So I have my own brokerage. Everything is set up legitimately. Well, the pandemic just became a challenge for me. The first challenge was overcoming some of the bad publicity that the island occurred last year. But the people that love and come and have been to Dominican Republic will look beyond that. And people have to remember that we're in a pandemic, but we're not in a real estate pandemic.
Right.
So literally, I mean, of course, it was a little bit around the month of February, because I went home for the holidays, came back in January, so my phone was still ringing. And right around the time that the pandemic really became, you know, something that happened, you know, people literally just got scared, and a lot of the phones stopped, you know, the calls stopped coming in. But June 1st, something happened. Maybe what was going on in our home country of the United States. June 1st, my phone was ringing, my emails were back on. People were ready to maybe live a different life like you all are doing. They said, listen, we're tired of the United States, we're tired of Europe, we're tired of Canada. We want to live here. So I not only was receiving the investment calls, but I was receiving the calls to change their life. So I have clients that are actually coming later this month, and then also a few in August. So it's back on for real estate. But it was challenging because, you know, no money is coming in as far as tourism, but you know, thankful to God, you know, I'm still able to survive here. So
good. And that's why I think this show has been important, because with everything that's going on in the US with the pandemic, us being at the top of the charts for the most cases, and then you know, everything going on with the protests and the racism, we're getting like so many messages from people on my YouTube channel about, okay, how can I do that? You know, because this life is short. You know, it's short. I mean, things are happening every day. Young people are dying from coronavirus. Young people are dying from police brutality. So I think people are now really finally ready to say, I don't have to work till I'm 65. I don't have to work till I'm 62. Not your 9 to 5 regular, you know? So I think that's why we're busy answering questions and trying to get people like you on the show to answer these questions. Because people are asking me like, oh, can I come down there now and get a $200,000 condo for $80,000? Where they do that at? Why do people try to, you know what I mean, take advantage of the market when it's not that way, right?
No. Well, I think that the perception of Dominican Republic, because this destination has always been thought of as one that's more affordable than the other islands, than the British Caribbean, such as Jamaica, Barbados. So when people have been coming down for 15, 20, 30 years, they remember Dominican Republic in a different way. But now I tell people the landscape of Dominican Republic has changed. There's over 100,000 Americans that live here, and that's not including the other expats. And the prices are going up. Prime beach location will run you anywhere from 1.2 down, well, at the highest 1.2,
and that's
oceanfront.
1.2
million. At the lowest 800,000 to be directly oceanfront here in the Barrio Punta Cana area. So I think a lot of people have been, and they're looking at other parts of the island. This is a big country, So we're here in Barrio Punta Cana, but you have the North Coast, you have the South Coast, and then you have the western part that's heading towards Haiti. So you have different price points. So I think it's just a lack of people not really understanding the real estate market here, and just assuming that because we're in an island that we're not living as well, but we're living.
We ain't sacrificing.
No, we're not sacrificing anything. This is
Big
paradise.
Macs. That's it. We sacrificing Big Macs and Taco Bell. You know, that's why I had to come back and be on an immediate diet. But that's about all we sacrificing, you know.
And the cost of living is so affordable, and you're a short flight away. The reason why a lot of people also look at Dominican Republic, if you live in Florida, if you live in Georgia, North Carolina, the eastern part of the United States, you're only about a 2.5 hour, 3 max, even going to New York or Boston to get here. I mean, I lived in Florida, it would take me longer to drive up home. So this is a great place that you don't sacrifice your lifestyle, and you're not paying what you would pay in like Miami or Daytona. I'm a Florida realtor. I sold all over the state of Florida. You know, you have Destin, you have the Daytona Beach area. Those areas are nice, but people are realizing that I can get that or more for a fraction of the cost.
That's right. And I'm going to point out the traffic that you all have been hearing are the motos, the dump trucks. So that means things are kind of getting back to normal in the Punta Cana area, even though the governor or the president just offered another 45-day state of emergency. So we're out and we can be out, but there is a curfew. So today our curfew is what? From 5 p.m.
7 p.m.
From 7 p.m. to 5 a.m. And then on Saturday and Sunday is a little bit earlier, right?
5
p.m. to 5 a.m. So you hear the traffic. So people are out, but when we see people going by in their cars right now, they have on masks. So I think Punta Cana is doing a really good job, the residents here, of trying to stay safe and trying to get the numbers down. And now, okay, next question. Okay, so it's already hard to start a business. So give some advice to people starting a business abroad. I mean, that's like huge, Candy.
Well, thank you, Bridget. I didn't realize that.
I mean,
but it was.
That's huge.
And also in a Spanish-speaking country, it's even more difficult. The first thing I would say is do your research.
Woo!
We live in the type of world, society. I have my colleagues that ask questions. I'm not a question answer. I'm a fact finder. I will do my research. So this took years. I dreamt this dream years ago. I've been 10 years in the making as far as trying to get this into fruition, to decide on Dominican Republic. But you have to really do your research, take a step on faith, and just do your research. That's the first step.
Yeah.
Set up systems and take your time. You're on God's time, you're not on your time. So if it takes longer than you think, don't just do something, but do it the correct way. But read, talk to legal professionals. But also, again, ask around. Don't just take one person's opinion. Ask several different people, and also come down and experience it for yourself wherever you are. So if you want to start a business in North Carolina, Florida, Barbados, actually go to that place, experience it.
That's true.
Have a different type of trip where you're going to be doing some research rather than being on the beach. It's easy to do that. And keep your eyes on that prize and focus on it slowly but surely.
I agree. That's great information. So definitely always do your research. Okay, and now we got to ask, we're both black women from the United States. What are your thoughts right now on racism in America?
My parents are part of the older generation. My mom's 76, my father's 84, so bless them, they're still here. And they lived through that civil rights movement. We're born and bred in North Carolina. My parents participated in sit-ins in the 60s. My degree is in political science. I took several civil rights courses, so I'm an advocate for race relations and what's going on. But I would just say that this is something that has never stopped. And I think now in 2020, people's eyes are opening, and other cultures, other races are finally like waking up.
Yeah.
We knew that this was here, but a lot of times I feel as if the world, sometimes we do have our mask on where we don't realize that these things are still going on. And because of technology, people are able to see things in the forefront. And just to share with you all, I didn't know George Floyd, but one of my family members, my uncle, actually expressed to my mother that his family, because George Floyd had roots in North Carolina, down east. And so my uncle and my mother's side of the family actually knew the Floyd family.
Wow.
So it's just something that we have to live through it, and we experience, and racism is something that's worldwide. So it's not just an American thing. You're not going to come to the DR and escape racism or colorism, which is a whole nother conversation. You're not going to go to Jamaica and change that. You're not going to go to wherever you think you'll get away from that. We just have to live in the world and try to come together and finally create change. And I think this is the year.
It's got to be something good come out of this year, right? something
Absolutely.
good.
And I
has
will
to
make
come
sure
out
that
this
I'm
year.
back in November to vote.
Right. We
As
did
a
our
host.
absentee ballot.
Okay.
Yes, girl, no.
Just to make sure.
So send a message to people that
Yes,
don't like
please
either
vote.
candidate, but tell them how important it
It
is
is so important
to place that vote.
And not just on the national level. I always tell people the state and local level.
Right.
So, get out and vote and also make a difference. It's not about just being in a protest and going with the masses. To find other ways to create that change. But be informative and know what's going on and see what you can do in your backyard. But
that's it. That's the truth. We can't. I stress it almost every episode how important it is to vote. Because something's got to change. Mm-hmm. And something in the U.S. has got to change. But now to wrap up, give me your thoughts on the Dominican Republic summer. It's year-round summer, but there is a real summer that kicks in. Do you think this is it? Because to me it was hotter this time last year.
Okay.
So do you think this is it?
In the Caribbean, especially in this part of the Caribbean, this is the worst time of the year to be here. This is the rainy season. This is also the hottest point. I mean, it's been unbearable. Really, but
girl, I'm from Houston. It's not unbearable.
This is the summer in the Caribbean. The best time of the year, when also the hotels, the price point is a little higher, is in the high season, which actually runs after November 30th through early April, through right around Easter.
Okay.
First part of Easter.
And is that because it's the end of hurricane season? The end of
That's
November?
part of it, but traditionally, a lot of people from other countries, where it's colder back home, it's still warm here, and you don't have the humidity. So right now, my hair is done, but I'm sure it's going to swell up soon. But thank you. But we're in the humid part of the year, so this is always the one time that you probably stay in the house later than usual, and then just come out for a few minutes and just
when it's
cool off.
Okay, all right, y'all heard it here. So I told y'all there were a lot of beautiful single Black American women living in the Dominican Republic. So all of you American men that keep messaging me about, are there any Black women
or
there?
European.
I'm trying to introduce y'all, or European men. I'm trying to introduce y'all to all of them on the island in Punta Cana area. But I did have one follow-up, Candy, for the viewers. They're going to want to know, is Punta Cana your only area that you work in? Or are you able to show them property or give them information or hook them up with a realtor in other parts of the Dominican?
Okay. The Punta Cana Bávaro area is my main coverage area. However, I am setting up teams in other places around the country. The North Coast in Puerto Plata, I'm going to be having some teams created up there, which is about 5 or 6 hours away.
Okay.
So to answer your question, I'm able to sell all over the island. So anywhere that you choose to make Dominican Republic your home or your investment home or investment haven, we can service you. So all over the island.
All right, so y'all got it. I'm going to put your information in the comment section, and then we'll have an advertising page at the end of the episode, everybody, so look for it. So she'll provide you with her, I don't know about a contact phone number, but email address and website, whatever information is out there. But Candy, thank you.
Thank you, Bridget.
Thank you so much for taking your time and being here. I appreciate it. I really do.
You're welcome. Thank you.
So everybody, don't forget, right here on YouTube, every Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Like, subscribe, and share. So don't forget. And until next time, everybody, wear your mask, social distance. You see, we lost our tape measure. The wind blew it off while she's complaining about this beautiful Caribbean day. But social distance, wear your mask, use your sanitizer, and just kind of have respect for yourself and everybody else. Don't argue with people if they actually wear your mask. And that's it. But thank you all for tuning in to Ebony Ladies in the DR.